the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. What will we see? Oh, I don't know. But I'm here enjoying life and going with the flow.
Can't forget about Coach Bergen. And if you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
Okay, right. People like to say they're washed up, whatever. I'll tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 73. So today is going to be a special episode because we have our first ever, as far as MMA fighters, we have our first ever 3-time guests. We have Tristan, MarcieMan, and their entire team joining us again. There we go. We got it.
Hey, how's it going? Can you see me?
I can't see you. I see the floor.
Okay, do I put reverse on there? Oh,
yeah, there we go. There we go.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I am pretty good. I think this training camp's going well, obviously. My last fights didn't go my way. You can't have a negative without a positive. I had a lot of, obviously, even though I lost those fights, I did have a lot of fan support from, obviously, my hometown and people, and support from a lot of people, and, a lot of more opportunities, from, like, different promotions. So I think this fight is going to be, it's a stand-up fight, so I don't have to worry about anybody taking me down. So it's going to be a good fight. I think this guy is a jiu-jitsu guy going into kickboxing. Most guys don't transition well unless they're kickboxers. So it should be a good fight. And then also Saby's going to be on the card. So it should be good. This fight is actually the first time I get to fight on the same card as one of my teammates. So that's good.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So when is this fight?
It's June 20th. It's Royal Combat. It's the biggest kickboxing promotion in California. It's funny, around the area, PAC used to be the biggest, but they've been kind of getting beat by Valley fights, a lot of the fighters and stuff. PAC is still dual and everything with IKF and stuff, but Royal Combat, I think they used to do MMA before kickboxing, and now they got kickboxing, and now all of a sudden it's gotten really big in California. It's become one of the biggest Muay Thai. Jay, I believe, the owner, Marcie, is gotten this fight with Jay and also Saby, and they do a really good job. It's a really good event. There's a lot of good camps. I believe there's about 5 camps in the valley that's fighting on the card. I'm the camp from Porterville, and also I train with the Hornets Nest, so I'm kind of representing both. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I've always kind of done that because I fight under the Hornets Nest, and then I also have my own gym, and so I fight under both. So it's going to be interesting. So we have my camp, we have the Hornets Nest, and then I think Manny Machos is going to be on there. Their guys are really good, talented in kickboxing, so they're supposed to be on card. And I think Darren's guys I've trained with a couple of their guys. I believe 2 of the guys that are training on the card I've trained with. So it should be a really good card. The last few cards that I was on, it's crazy how the fight scene's gotten big with the Valley. A lot of camps are traveling more now. I think it's really good. I felt I was the first one that was like the first guy that didn't go with 559 and then started going with other promotions. I think Marcie actually was the first. He was the first that did UNA from like Tulare in the Valley. But now you're starting to see more camps from the Valley go to other promotions and work with other promotions. So it's kind of good. It makes the fight scene better, and it gives it more variety. I think I'm the first from Porterville that's fought on these multiple cards because I believe, I'm the only active Porterville fighter that's fought not on 559 because I know the last 2 Porterville fighters, I know them pretty well. I'm friends with them. Nothing against them. I just think, because I got offered 559 on the last card, and it wasn't a really good fight. I always, when I get offers for 559, I always go with somebody else because they give me a better offer or a better deal. And I think a lot of people, you as the fighter, you're basically the prize because you're the one that's fighting. You're the one that the promoter reaches out to, and he has to pay to send you into the card. So, you should be able to choose and maximize your value on where you go. But a lot of fighters, I think because they're younger, and also, because they don't know how to maximize their value sometimes, so and they go where sometimes their coaches tell them to go and where they want to go. And, sometimes I think, they need to choose what's best fit, in anything in business. So, but yeah, nice to see you again. It's
Yeah,
nice
you
to
too.
be a real interviewer on like Michael Hernandez.
Michael
But, yeah.
Hernandez, what? Oh,
Oh,
yeah, fuck Michael Hernandez. Yeah, fuck that guy. I remember that now. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I gave
Um,
you a good shout out the other day, recommending you to a lot of different people because of how good of an interview you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you are actually the first 3-time guest on the Coach Bergen show. It was gonna in theory, this episode is your entire gym being the first 3-time guest, but you beat MarcieMan to it. So you got on camera first, so you are the first official 3-time guest for this podcast as far as MMA fighters. Because I did have for episode 50, I had 2 different pro wrestlers come on, and they were there for their 3rd appearance, both. And so I had them compete in different competitions, and then the winner ended up being, the CBS Pro Wrestling Champion. And so I need to send him some coach's coffee. That's like on my to-do list. But as far as like an actual belt, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's something I want to incorporate more of into this. It's being able to have like a title that can be competed for by different podcast guests.
Yeah. Thank you for having me as the 3rd guest. Honestly, that means a lot. And also, I think part of it was, out of all, I think the fighters, I've been the most active lately because, I fought like on Bakersfield, and I think my fight was like first a month, and this month, and another month. So I've been taking fights like left and right, so another thing is, activity, compared to some others, so
Right.
maybe that's what it is. No offense to others, because Saby, I love Saby. Saby's like my little brother. He's my main training partner, and he's so talented. He makes me better every day. Like there are days where because I'm getting older, and he makes me work harder and makes me want to become better. And makes me, because he's so fast and he's so agile. And there are days that he just whoops my ass and it makes me feel like, what the fuck, man? But that's a part of it, and it's good. I have another 125er around my weight class that makes you better. And he's going to do great on this card as well. I'm sure you're going to have an interview with him pretty soon. We're both going to have wins this next coming card. I know Marcie's camp and my camp have been on a losing streak, but I think this card we're going to have both wins for both our camps. And it's going to be great. Saby's going to get the win, and I believe we're trying to get Chris on the card. So hopefully Chris gets on the card, and we have all 3 guys ready for that card. So it's going to be a good show. Marcie was actually supposed to be on the card. I don't know if you were going to interview him, and he's probably going to tell you about that. I guess they were supposed to do a pro and amateur card, but I guess they wound up just doing amateur, so it was just me and Saby.
Oh, damn. They're budget cutting,
Yeah, everything's like budget cutting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny because I ride the bus every day to Porterville to help my parents and stuff. And I guess they're trying to budget cut everything at the bus station, and it just gets irritating. Like there's a route the route, decaf route. And I guess they're signing a petition because they're trying to cut back the route, and people are like protesting, so they've already cut like 3 routes. So I think same thing in combat sports. They're trying to save money, so they're cutting certain things. Maybe, well, we don't want to do pro. We don't want to pay guys X amount of money, and so we're just going to do amateur because we don't have to pay them. I completely get it.
Yeah, it's a lot less overhead, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, and if you can spin it right, you can make it sound like it's a better thing. Like, we're the promotion that's giving you your first opportunity. We're going to help you get ready for the pros. I don't even know how else they would pitch it, but those are the 2 things that come to mind first. So, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I think they can also find a way to put a spin on it to make it a little better, make it a little better for them.
Yeah, I completely agree because sometimes like you said, these amateur promotions, they like to advertise, oh, we fight under them and they fought under us first, and they're the
Right.
rising star,
Because now you're building with them.
Now you're building with them, like they like to do the developmental, like I believe Marcy was telling me the other day, like 559. They're always known, and even Epic, because I got offered Epic, and Epic, they've had multiple UFC guys from amateur from them, come up,
Wow.
and then, but they're just 559 just new to pro, but they're like the worst in pro, but they're the best in amateur. And same thing with like Epics, they've had a lot of guys from the UFC start out there. So like you said, when they start out in that promotion, they get to brag and say, oh, they had their amateur career here. There's a lot of other promotions.
Like, I don't know what promotion Conor McGregor fought for his first fight, his amateur career, but I can bet that they are marketing that.
Oh yeah, Cage Warriors had a lot of really good guys start out there, but Conor was the main one because he was like the 2-time champion there.
Okay.
Dan Hardy started out there, I believe, too. It was like a big. Dan Hardy was the champion there before he went to UFC. Dan Hardy's actually, a lot of people forget he was actually a really good fighter at one time. He fought St. Pierre first to get a title shot.
Yeah, he was definitely ranked top 10 in the division for sure for quite a while.
Oh, it was Rumble, right? He upset Rumble. He upset a UFC guy to fight St. Pierre, right? He upset somebody.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but I do remember he did get an opportunity against GSP, and it did not go well for him, unfortunately. But he was pretty close.
There was a lot of guys that did do well against St. Pierre.
Right. It's kind of tough to do so. I think the only one that probably would have been able to is if they had a super fight between him and Anderson Silva. Would have been ideal. Because I know he fought BJ Penn, and that, I don't even remember how that went. But
BJ Penn
he probably won.
BJ Penn was one of my favorite fighters, and what's crazy is BJ Penn actually got beat by St. Pierre. He destroyed St. Pierre destroyed BJ Penn. Yeah, in his prime too. It's crazy because they always said BJ Penn was weird. If he was one of the most talented martial artists, but he would never take it serious. They said he was always raw talent, but he was kind of sort of lazy sometimes, and if he would have took it more, he would have been better. But I think that's with a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he did have the most title defenses at one time in lightweight, other than Khabib beating him, and then Islam obviously passing him. But he did have the first 3, and then I think Benson. So.
Right. And, he was the face of the 55 division for a long time. And him and Jens Pulver, literally started the division. And then they had that season of Ultimate Fighter where they were coaches.
Too. Yeah, that was a really good season.
Yeah, that was the first season I ever watched. That was, what got me, really introduced into it. I saw the first season, but then I didn't really watch it at all afterwards. and then the season 5 was what caught my attention again and kept me interested. And Nate Diaz won, and then yeah, and then he's obviously Nate Diaz now. So
I've been kind of watching back the previous seasons, the Ultimate Fighter. I want to get touch back with the new seasons because they have the new seasons. I haven't watched much of the new seasons. I want to watch them, but I want to finish the seasons I haven't watched before and kind of rewatch those. I think I think I'm on the heavyweight season right now because I think because like I was in high school or like I was in grade school when I watched it, so I don't remember a whole lot at that age.
yeah,
So now when you watch it now, when you watch it back when you're older, you can understand it a little bit more and understand these guys.
right.
It's
Especially
just
having the experiences you've had.
yeah, especially having the experience you had. It's kind of crazy because like movies that I used to watch when I was little, I didn't understand them as much, and then when you watch them when you're older, you're like, oh, now you understand the story a little bit. Same thing
Right.
with Ultimate Fighter. Now when you go back and watch those, it's a little bit because used to I just wanted to just watch something get hit, and then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're seeing the story behind it.
Right. So the heavyweight season, that's the one with Kimbo, right? That
Yeah,
Roy
it was
Nelson ended up winning.
and it was with Rashad and Rampage, and those two hated each other. It was
Yeah.
so funny, and what's funny is they're sort of friends now because he was on the podcast, and they're like really cool now, but like they hated one another. They used to hate one another.
Imagine. And
Crazy
you kind
how
of need to in that position, like especially because you're gonna be in front of the camera, you have to really sell it,
what's
So
funny is okay.
you
Me
gotta
and
almost
Marcus.
create reasons to hate them. You
Well,
know?
what's funny is me and Marcus Thomas. Okay, me and Marcus Thomas had the same
Yeah.
thing as like Rampage and Rashad. When me and him were getting ready for the fight, we were just talking mad shit to each other, had like a beef. But after the fight, we put on like one of the top fights for the Bakersfield Combat,
hmm
and he did dislike me and talk his shit back. But I ran into him at the 5150, and actually, me and him were really cool. And now me and him talked on Instagram, and I asked him because one of his opponents dropped out of his last fight, didn't make weight, so he didn't get to fight, and I was fighting on the same card. And I just said, "Hey, that's some messed up shit."
hmm
Um, and I think in that moment he would have rather had me come back again, but
mm
because I had made weight and I actually fought him. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a certain amount of respect. Like even if you don't like somebody, and a lot of people that don't understand the sport, you could hate somebody, but once you get in that cage and you fight that person, you have a amount of respect for that person because you laid it on the line and you let that beef go. You
Right.
know,
Like you can hate them but still like them.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. You settled it down in that. So it's like the beef that me and Marcus had, obviously, before the
Hate
fight.
the canvas Marcus.
Yeah. Marcus. Wait, what?
Hate the canvas Marcus, right?
Yes, hippocampus Marcus. Well, I mean, obviously, I lost fair and square, okay, but
It
I
happens.
it happens. I mean, but I feel like he said he was gonna. I mean, he said he was gonna knock me out. And I don't see how you can monkey hump somebody the whole fight and knock them out. But okay,
Well, he tried, right?
yeah, he tried. But anyway, like I said, all my opponents, all they did was grapple me. And again, I'm a competitor. I'm trying to get better for my next cage fight. So people stop raping me, and that doesn't happen. And eventually, they won't rape me anymore. But right now, I'm going to focus on kickboxing and do what I do best, and that's strike. And then guys will be having a rude awakening. But Marcus Snow is a great guy. He's been loyal to his gym for a long time, and he helped coach that gym. And obviously like Rampage and Rashad, they had that beef going in, and it was a lot for me, and it hyped the fight up. But now they're good. So
Mm,
yeah, it's
yeah.
all a matter of hyping up the fight and entertaining and war, and that's what's
Right.
between them.
Of
And
course.
also fighting in front of his hometown. When you're
Yeah.
fighting in front of your hometown, and then you have somebody, especially like me, that's that's very, very confident, very also loved by my people in Fort Pavilion. Because I go to the gym every day and I have people ask me when's my next fight, and have a lot of respect for my community. I'm sure there's some kind of you know animosity that you want to defend your territory. I mean, if
Right.
he was in his situation, if he fought me in Porterville, I would have probably done the same thing. Like, I want to beat your ass and do that. So it's all good. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure, I'm going to focus on my next opponents and getting better what I need to fix, and do what I need to do come June. This guy won't have an excuse because he can't take me down. So
Because
it
it's just
should be
kickboxing.
it's a kickboxing, yes.
Perfect.
I respect him. I respect him because most jiu-jitsu guys wouldn't. Because I've been in gyms before I even train people, and I know jiu-jitsu guys, they don't like to strike and they don't like to kickbox, so they normally would just want to go straight into the cage and they don't want to take any Muay Thai fight. They just want to do jiu-jitsu. So for him to go into something that he's not comfortable with and not good at, okay, I respect that because a lot of people don't do it. Because I know a lot of good jiu-jitsu guys that are not good at striking, and they won't do it. I know a lot of friends that are like the opposite of me. I suck at ground, and like I'm not the best at ground, but I'm good at striking, and they won't do it. And like I'm trying to work on my ground. MMA is what you're best at, not what you're weakest at.
Mm.
So you got to sharpen up what you're best at and focus on what you're weakest at. And I
Right.
feel a lot of people don't do that. Marcelino is a prime example of that because he had the same problem as me with the ground, and now he's well-rounded everywhere. So now he can. He had the same problem, and then now he can submit people, and he can also stand up. So I think Marcelino is a prime example of hard work, working many years to perfect your weakness. But a lot of people don't want to
Consistency.
do that. They get comfortable with what they like. And so I do respect the guy, but at the end of the day, the result's going to be the same. And I feel like I'm going to get him out of there within 2 rounds, I believe. I feel like my conditioning, the pace that we go over, the training that we go over, my training partners, everything, I'm confident in the team, so yeah.
Awesome. All right. So back to the Ultimate Fighter. I'm looking forward to this upcoming season because this dude who I had on the podcast back in November, Artem Balak, is going to be on that season. And so
Really? That's cool.
I'm excited to see it. And he said he'll come on the podcast again afterwards. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I think he'll win. And right now he's the 135-pound champion for LFA. And so, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought back the Ultimate Fighter because I think it's. I mean, yeah, they got the Contender Series and the Contender Series, but the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, I think it's always been like the best.
It's the staple of it.
Because you have to put these guys in the house and they're away from their families, and how much discipline and how much of a mind fuck it has to be in a house with a bunch of guys that you don't even know for
Right.
like X amount of months. I think that's the best preparation you could possibly do to get ready for the UFC.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, it's like because like a lot of people like this. People don't understand how disciplined you have to be in the sport. People just think, oh, I can just go in there and fight somebody. That's not how it works. There's so much discipline in MMA. You have to do the weight cut, the dieting, being professional, showing up on time. There's just so much benefactors as a fighter, and that's why I love this sport. It just challenges you, and a lot of people can't do it. A lot of people think they can do it. They like the idea of doing it, but they really don't realize how hard work they have to put in. You know.
Right, right. And, for some people, it is going to happen faster than others. But I think that the amount of work you put in is going to ultimately determine how far you can go.
Yeah. I'm excited to see that guy that you just brought up. He's the LFA champion.
Yeah.
LFA is a really good organization that has produced a lot of good
Oh, yeah.
UFC guys coming. Corey Sandhagen came from there. Henry Cejudo, I believe, was the champion there, and he
Okay.
started out in LFA. I believe Holly Helm started out in LFA as well. So
Really? Wow.
there was a lot of people that started out in LFA before they went to UFC. They said LFA is one of the main promotions because Dana likes. I'm sure there's certain promotions that he likes to recruit from.
Right.
That's probably better than some.
And LFA is definitely one of the major ones he seems to pull people from, I think.
Yeah, pull from. Like he used to love WEC and
Yep. Until he bought it.
until he bought it. Yeah. But like A1 is another one that I've seen a lot of guys him recruit lately. I think they become the new WEC.
M1? Is that what you just said?
A1 Combat. A1 Combat.
A1 Combat. Okay, I was gonna say because M1 was fucking years ago. They're out of business. Okay, A1 Combat. Where's that out of?
It's Uriah's promotion in Sacramento, and I think they have one in Thunder Studios. They've had like different events in California, but Uriah owns it, and it's had quite a bit of guys from that has gone from the Contender Series and the UFC in there. I think that it's done pretty well. Them and the UNA, I think the main promotions from California is UNA has done well. I think they just had a guy signed from UNA, A1, and then LFA are the three main ones in California from UFC that's proven ground.
Gotcha.
Now,
Okay.
what's the promotion down there in your area?
So I'm in Connecticut, and so the main ones that are here are, and I don't even really want to give them shout outs, truthfully. But I'm going to anyway, fuck it, So Cage Titans is one of the biggest ones, I would say. And then Reality Fighting and Ammo, which, yeah, those are probably the biggest three. And then I think NEF is probably another one that might be ranked higher than them. And that's New England Fights. And they're out of Maine. And then what else we have? Premier FC. That existed for a while, but I think they're out of business now. And I'm pretty sure that their last event was the one where they had a one-night tournament. And my friend actually won that, VIP Ali. And it was actually like a pretty cool setup how they had it, where they had like, it was all just one round fights for the first like round of the tournament, and then the second round was another one round fight, and then the finals was a 3-round. So you only technically had one full fight, but then you also had 2 rounds where you were fighting another person as well. So but yeah, that he ended up winning the whole thing, and ended up being the biggest payday of his career, to this point at least. Still a lot more to go, but like I'm pretty sure that was their last event, unfortunately. But yeah, so there's not really many like big promotions up my way, but I think where you're talking about in California, like, Uriah Faber, that's already a huge connection to the UFC. Like, we don't have anybody connected to the UFC,
Yeah, I think California. What's crazy is like California is always known for like producing like the most recruits. I think like if you take a look, we have like I think part of it because we're a luxury state, and a lot of draws. Like we have some of the top teams in California. Obviously Alpha Male, um, Dan Henderson's
Yep.
Dan Henderson's gym, aka King's MMA. We have a lot in California as opposed to other cities. Like, I'm not saying other ones don't. Like, New York has Matt Serra and all that damn.
Yep,
But like,
that's true. That's true. There is Matt Serra in New York, and then in Boston there's Sidyong Tong, which is oh my god, I forget his fucking name. The Mark. Oh my god. He was in Here Comes the Boom. Delagrati. Mark Delagrati.
oh, Martin, yes.
Yeah.
But like,
I've met him a couple of times. I'm sure he'll remember my face, but he wouldn't remember my name, I'm sure. But yeah, so he's in Boston. So that's like pretty much, the only like real standout, gyms, I guess, that are in the area. And then I don't even know if it's really like a launching pad to the UFC. But do you know who Nick Newell is?
also, what's weird is California has the #1 recruit in college football. So like, you have like a demographic of college recruits. I'm not saying like everybody from California, but a lot of people from the main from California get recruited from the bigger city schools mostly. So California has a really big talent pool. And I think part of it is because California spends so much money on their athletics and sports compared to other towns, except for Texas. I've heard Texas spends a lot of money on
I think a part of it too could be because you guys have such a huge population.
possibly.
So there's more competition,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think you're probably right because it sounds like they're more invested into the athletes and making the athletes better, and so yeah, I get that. All right. So did you watch the MVP card, Jake Paul?
Did I watch the MVP card?
Mhm.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just saw highlights. You mean the Gina Carano fight? What did I think of
Any
it?
of them, or Nate Diaz fought Francis Ngannou.
Looked at Nick Diaz. From what I've seen from highlights, looked like old and washed up. Like he looked like really rusty compared to Mike Paul Perry.
Perry, yeah.
I mean, again, I didn't see the whole fight. I just saw the highlights. He didn't look like the Diaz of old. I don't know if he had a layoff or something, but now Gina, I was impressed with Gina. Like, nobody thought that Gina was going to beat Ronda, okay? Because Ronda's been more active. Even though she was out of retirement, she was still doing WWE. She was still helping train in her gym that she trained with in UFC. Because she's one of the, I think she still helps coach because that UFC fighter that's fought, she's helped with this. She wasn't doing any training or any UFC or any training. She just got back in, and I thought was so impressed when I saw her pad work at the workouts. And I felt when Ronda took her down, I was really impressed with how Gina handled herself. I was actually more impressed with Gina than I was with Ronda. And I know this is crazy, and I even talked to Marks about this because, like, Ronda, everybody was expecting Ronda to destroy an armbar like that. But, like, I felt like the transitions that she was working, like trying to fight and all that and stuff, again, a lot of people that don't know fighting or haven't trained for a long time, they're not going to notice this stuff. They're just going to be like, oh, she got fucked up. Oh, she's this, she's that. But, like, somebody that's actually in the sport and understands this and have been in those situations, they're going to be like, oh, Gina, for taking a long layoff and actually working transitions and working, against, because honestly, everybody knew Ronda was going to take her straight to the ground because she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. She's trained in the Gina belt. So everybody knew there was no way once it went to the ground that she was screwed. But I felt that she did well with what ground she did on the ground with Ronda. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like considering what her expertise is, you feel like she did very well.
I felt like she did very well, and like Ronda, she didn't even, Ronda didn't even give a chance to strike. But like when she was throwing at Ronda, I felt her technique was crisp and stuff. Like for but Ronda just took it straight to the ground, and even she said, "I'm going to take it straight to the ground." And I felt Gina with what ground she did for whatever time she got, I felt it was good, But yeah, it. I heard the card did well. I heard. There was a lot of people liked it. It had like 150 views or whatever. They're talking about doing another
150,000.
one.
You're talking about
Did it
on the
not
live
do it?
stream, 150,000. Yeah, or maybe there's more. I don't really know, but I know I did watch the live stream, and like it's tough to tell if the card did well because how is it being measured? I don't really understand. Like in terms of impact, it definitely did well, but in terms of did the event itself make money, I have zero clue, and I would bet that it was probably like a loss leader, just to get more people coming to Netflix for MMA and coming to Jake Paul's promotion for MMA. Because I know they spent a lot of money on that event to like pay all the fighters, and I don't know where the money was made because it was like they gave it away for free on Netflix. Or not on Netflix. I mean, included with Netflix, yes, but they gave it away for free on YouTube as well. So,
I think this is the problem that Strikeforce had, right? That's why Scott Coker, because he was paying all these fighters so much, and they just had that Showtime deal, right? And I think they weren't making enough off of the Showtime thing, and that's why they
Right.
went under, right? And I think when Scott Coker went with Bellator, he was kind of trying to do the same thing, and then that's why it kind of went under. Now, Scott Coker, I mean, he's got that Fight Night in San Jose. He's got that thing with Gilbert Melendez. But I heard he's trying to do another thing, too. So I'm wondering it's kind of interesting what they're going to do with that because he's already got Fight Night in San Jose. I'm wondering if he's going to get rid of Fight Night at San Jose and just use the other promotion that he just got with Tony Hawk, or is he going to just use Fight Night in San Jose as like a
Tony Hawk?
development?
He has a promotion with Tony Hawk, the skateboarder.
He's supposed to be one of the. I just read this. He was supposed to be one of the investors for the new promotion.
Okay, interesting. I would not have guessed him at all, but the PFL has some investors I didn't expect, like Wiz Khalifa, Tony Robbins, Aaron Rodgers or Rodriguez or something. A-Rod, the baseball player, is apparently an investor in PFL as well. But okay, interesting. So, how did Tony Hawk get involved with MMA? That's like my question now.
I honestly don't know. That's what I read because like I read it the other day that Scott Coker was coming back with a newer promotion. And I was like, well, he already had a newer promotion. He had Fight Night at San Jose with Gilbert Melendez, but I think Fight Night at San Jose. I mean, it's more of like a promotion. Like he even said, that he's trying to go for the local talent. He's not really trying to be like competing with UFC or anything. He's more like, the 559 area and all that and stuff. So I think he's probably going to keep that. If he keeps it, he's probably going to use it as a developmental, kind of like the partnership, like A1, when A1 was partnering with 559, they were kind of using the 559 as a developmental. So he'll probably use that kind of like an NXT sort of like, WWE's had NXT.
Yep.
Or like that, he'll probably use that as like the developmental of like the,
I like that. It's not a bad idea. and
Well,
hopefully it works out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but at least he's trying, and I like that. And it is pretty cool that Tony Hawk got involved. Like that was not something I would have expected. Um, so yeah. All right. So who next has a fight coming up?
He has a fight. Yeah, he's here right now. He just got
Perfect.
in. Yeah, so if you want to meet with him.
All right. Awesome. Whenever he's ready.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
All right, thanks, Coach
Yeah.
Bergen.
Thank you, Tristan. I'm glad
No
that you came on tonight, and we'll definitely see you after your victory.
Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Later.
Later.
Oh, there we go. Well,
Uh,
how's it going?
good, and you?
Good. Good. Living the dream. So you have a fight coming up as well for June 20th. That's kickboxing, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Who are you fighting against?
I'm fighting against Jose Sanabria.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's from exactly, but I do know he has 3 matches so far. He's 2-1, but most of the ones are just all a decision.
Gotcha. Okay. So what weight are you fighting at?
I'm fighting at flyweight at 125.
Okay. Got you. Got you. And then this is your second fight, right? Or is it your third?
So this is my third, but this is my first kickboxing match.
First kickboxing. Okay. But before that you did MMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. That was when you were on it the last time. All right. How did that go?
That was going well. Up until the second fight where I just had gotten out grappled completely, just straight wrestled the whole fight. But honestly, great wrestling from his side, and yeah, the first fight went well. Um, just after that, I was just going to school and then came back, started practicing again, started getting back into shape, and then now I'm getting ready for my up and coming match on June 20th.
Awesome. So is there anything you're doing differently in your training for this upcoming fight compared to last time?
I'm throwing more knees, getting less hesitant, like more like I'm getting more technical, like how you say, like I'm not gonna be more patient. I'm gonna just like let loose, not just be patient and wait it out because it's just 2 minutes. So like might as well let it all go out and
Okay.
not waste the time anyway.
Wait, it's 1 minute rounds?
No, two now.
Oh, 2 minute rounds. Okay, that's still pretty quick though. It's still really quick. All right. So yeah, and then especially the last 30 seconds, you can literally just go all out and, whatever happens, happens. Um,
Exactly.
all right. Awesome. So what do you feel stronger with kickboxing or on the ground?
With kickboxing, but I would like I feel like I'm all around, but there's way more better grapplers out there than me. Obviously, like I'm new to grappling, and I don't grapple like that.
Gotcha.
I'm
Okay.
trying to do more grappling, but I'm more better on my own.
Okay. Awesome. Um, so I mean, that's all the questions I got for you. Is there anything you want to share about training stories or, you know, anything about your upcoming fight that you want to get into?
My upcoming fight is be prepared. Gonna see a lot of elbows, a lot of knees. Gonna be less hesitant. I'm gonna be ready.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay. Um, so how about let's get into some other questions then. Did you watch the Jake Paul card, MVP card?
Yeah, dude. I watched a little bit of it. Like I watched the Francis McDonald fight, and then a little bit of the Ronda Rousey, and then the Jake Paul one. The Ronda Rousey one was just quick. I was like, what the hell?
Hmm.
I felt like it was rigged, honestly.
Who knows? Who knows? I doubt it because I feel like they probably like would have kept it legitimate. but who knows, really? At the end of the day, because I didn't create it. I know you didn't create the show. You know,
Yeah.
so and I mean, I don't know. It's it is what it is. But I feel like it was still, a good fight worth watching.
Yeah.
And I think the Nate Diaz one and Mike Perry, I think that one was a good fight. But
That one was a good
I
fight.
feel
I
like
mean,
Nate was like not his normal self.
yeah, honestly, the only reason why though I felt like the Gina Carano one and Ronda Rousey was big was because whenever they were interviewing CM Punk, he was saying, "Oh, I got her with the armbar, Ronda Rousey with the armbar," and I'm like, "Nah, who's gonna win by an armbar, dude? I already know it. First
Yeah.
10 seconds, armbar. I'm like, what the hell? No way." But with the
Yeah.
Nate Diaz and the Mike Perry one, that one was honestly going really good. I didn't expect Mike Perry to dominate so well, honestly,
No, me
because
neither.
the way that Nate Diaz handled George Masvidal in the boxing match, I was like, wow. I would have expected him to at least cut up more of a fight. But he
Right.
was still doing well, honestly. Like, he was still doing well. It's just on the feet, he was getting overpunched, like, just outstruck by Mike Perry the whole time. And just kept getting cut because the scar tissue and all that. But I see why it got stopped. But if it didn't get stopped, he would have kept fighting on it.
Right. Right. Nate doesn't quit, and he doesn't really get finished. There's
Yeah,
doctor stoppages and there's judges not liking him. That's the only way he really loses.
just because he ran out of time.
Yeah, because he ran out of time. If there was no time limits, the Diaz brothers would probably have had a lot more championship wins,
And
a lot
exactly.
more victories. Um, yeah, if there was no time limits. But, it is what it is. That's not the sport of the game. Um, all right, so how about the White House card? What do you think on that?
Ooh, with the Ilya Taporia, Gaethje fight, I'm scared for Gaethje, honestly.
Mm,
I,
me too.
I,
I'd like to
I,
see him win, though, but
I feel
I,
like it'd be
I
a good
don't
fight.
know that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
And, I think Ilya, he's got that that mindset that's just going to make him unbreakable. You know,
that,
he's there already in his mind. He's already won that fight. It doesn't even need to happen necessarily. He's already won it in his mind, and it doesn't need to happen, I guess, because that's what's going to manifest it into reality is taking the action. But in his mind, he's already won that fight, and so we'll have to see where it goes. But I want to see them add the BMF title onto that card.
I would like to see that as well. Oliveira versus somebody at least. I would like to see him fight.
Yes.
I don't
Yes. Why
know.
is not
Maybe
why
a
why
Reed
isn't
or man.
Gaethje fighting for the BMF title on that card? You know,
Yeah, honestly.
like
But
I
I
mean,
feel like it's mainly because Gaethje was like telling them because if he didn't, if he won, he wants a title shot before he retires.
mm,
And if he lost, he would have retired. Like for the Paddy Pimblett fight, if he would have lost that fight, then it would have been mainly just he would have retired after that. But since he won, now he's fighting for the title, and he's like, oh, if I lose this one now, I'm definitely retiring. But if I win, I'm definitely retiring too. Or maybe
right, right. Yo, I just had this fucking fly, just like, or not even a fly. I don't know what it was, dude. It's like a moth, a bee, just like fly right into my neck. Um, yeah, no, I think it's going to be an interesting card, but I think for sure that the MVP card got way more attention than the White House card,
yeah,
and I think it was like a much more stacked card with bigger names, and I hope to see more of them. More events from Jake Paul and MVP.
yeah,
Um, and even if he doesn't still have, Ronda on the card or Nate Diaz fighting on the card or Mike Perry or whatever, even if he doesn't have those big three names or Francis, I think he can still provide like a very like real competition to the UFC
yeah,
and provide an alternative that the sport desperately needs, you know?
yeah,
And then I know he's got this thing that him and his brother are doing now that there's not much information about, but it's called Fight Games. And it's going to be like a cross between like an MTV reality show and The Ultimate Fighter, from what I
Yeah.
understand. And I know very very little about it. I just saw a flyer giving information about it, and it was like saying where to apply, and then it's for amateurs and professionals for all these different combat sports, and you're gonna end up winning life changing money at the end of it, and so my friend VIP Ali, he applied to be on the show,
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens from there. But I'm sure they're going to choose him.
Is it like a tournament thing, or is it like?
I'm not sure. I think it's a reality show, but I'm not sure in what aspect and what There's no real information about it out yet. There was
Yeah.
just a flyer saying like it was like fight games, calling all MMA fighters, boxers, like, and then just different styles it was mentioning on there. I don't remember exactly which ones, but one of them might have been Taekwondo for all I fucking know. And yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going to come out of it or what that's going to be, but I
Yeah.
know that I want to continually figure it out as more information comes out about it and be like a person that's sharing information on it as well as I learn it. So that way I'm staying like on the forefront of it, of the news. Because in my mind, what I'm thinking is when people search fight games, they'll now come up to my content talking about it. And then
Yeah.
it'll bring them into the podcast and then bring them into the app. And, and then potentially it could provide a way for me to work with Jake Paul. So, you know, we'll see where it goes. But have you tried out the app yet or no? Fight Plan Pro?
No, no, not even out yet. No, I haven't tried it out yet.
Okay. All right. Definitely get on that. And I made a team feature in it as well. And I'll explain it more to MarcieMan, but
Yeah.
it's basically going to make it so that way all of you are on the app and then he can see what you're doing and what you're not doing. And then
Yeah.
kind of like help you stay accountable. And there's a lot more that's going to come to it, and you'll be able to be used for like if you're RSVPing for practices. And there's going to be a booking portal going into it as well, sponsorship portal, and but get in there, the sooner the better,
Yeah.
because it also gives you crypto rewards. And there's a streak multiplier as well. So, like, every day you show up, you're now going to get more off of doing the same shit. And you're getting crypto rewards for literally anything you do in the app. So, it's not going to be much, at first, but it's going to add up a lot over time. And then as, this app becomes a bigger and bigger thing, Coach Coin is going to be more and more well known. And then
Yeah.
it's going to be worth like a fuckload more money. Like I'm getting with just what I'm doing in the app, I'm getting basically like 1,000 a day. And so just imagine if you could get 1,000 Bitcoin a day, you know, like, and those are worth like $70,000 right now.
Yeah.
So this could literally be some life changing money to just get in early, and then you're kind of like rewarded for putting in the time and effort while it's growing and helping it grow, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, definitely check it out when you get the chance. I sent you guys the link. I'll send it again if you want it. Let me know. Um, all right. So is there anything else you want to talk on as far as your upcoming fight?
No, I think that'll be all for right now.
All
Because
right.
my phone is gonna die. It is at 3%,
No worries,
and
bro.
to just cut in the middle of the live, and then you'd be like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
feel you. I feel you. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time today. Okay, so am I interviewing Marcy next then?
Uh, Let me ask him right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, I said if you get an interview. Oh, I'll come to him. Over here. My phone's gonna die.
Yeah, I'll
Doug?
send you the invite to your account. All right. I'll
Okay.
send you a link to your account, and then you can join through there.
All right, we'll do that.
All right,
All right.
cool. I'll see you in a minute.
All right, next.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome back to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 73. Not 63, 73. And our guest today is MarcieMan, Marcelino Silva. So, just waiting on him. And he just texted me and said he's trying, but it didn't work, but it's because the stream ended. So, let's see. I'm going to give him a call.
Hello.
Hey, are you ready?
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, I'm live right now. So just join whenever you get to it.
Okay, I'm on click on it right now. It kept telling me fail and sending me like a fucking triangle with the exclamation mark.
Well, let's try it again. I think it was because I might have ended it before you tried, because it was it was a lot of time in between. But let's try it now, and then let me know if it doesn't work.
Okay.
All right,
yes,
cool.
Sir.
All right,
bye.
see you in a minute. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. That's just those two today.
Yeah.
Oh well, I thought I was going
No
to talk to
lies.
MarcieMan, but that's
No
fine.
hope.
Next
We
time.
came with a plan.
Hopefully you took some value out of anything that was said today. Stay amazing, and remember, everything works out in the end.
Yeah, no guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. Camp clock ticking, sweat on the floor. Data on the tablet, not a prayer anymore. We know where you win, we know where you fall. So we don't chase knockouts, we collect rounds all. Distance control, don't bite on the bait. If he blitzes early, let him gas, let him break. No ego in the pocket, no pride in the fire. We survive, then we rise, then we drown as desire. When the lights get loud and the mind gets tight, this ain't improv, this is chess in a fight. No guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. If this happens, do this. If that fails, reset. Win the round, then the fight. No vibes, no hope, just facts in hands. Pressure with purpose, that's a fight plan. Walk out calm, walk out the man. Smart beats tough, that's a fight plan. Digital corner. Real results. Fight plan. Skins under fire, life throwing the heat. Fight where it steps in, naturally. Feet on essence, power, defends and heals deep. 100% clean, no chemicals creep. Fight wax, protect. Fight wax, restore. Built for the battle you face. Fight wax. Elevate skin, win the war. Fight wax, your natural shield on the day. Feel the roar. was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Hey, look, I don't simp, I support, there's a difference, I swear. But somehow every crisis end up parked in my care. Every soon got extended, every next week got bent. I was funding potential, not the present I meant. Take your time, heal up, I got you, no stress. Next thing I know, I'm cash apping my piece to distress. Doctor on vacation, lawyer need a break. Why everybody healing on my paycheck? I'm the coach, talk discipline, life lessons, grit. But skip the chapter called Who You Investing In. Talking about divine timing, I'm like, cool, I'll wait. But divine timing never showed up with a date. Yeah, thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Let's be honest, gotta laugh at me. Confuse being kind with liability. If you need a savior, I grab the cape. But why gotta drown just to prove I'm great? I'm learning, help ain't help if it hurts your spine. Trust ain't trust if it costs your time. Love ain't love if it lives on someday and almost don't pay rent in my real life, eh? I don't hate women, nah, cut that noise. I hate patterns wrapped up in a pretty voice. You can care and still say I'm done with the cost. That ain't selfish, that's a boundary, boss. If they want you, they show up. If it's real, it don't need a receipt. If you gotta keep proving your worth, you already underpaid. So I move different, still kind, still me. But I study red flags like it's film on repeat. No more hold me down while I figure it out. Cause I figured me out and I'm choosing that route. I want effort, not echoes, plans, not vibes. If we build enough future, it starts in real time. I'll show love when it's mutual, give space when it's fair. But I'm done auditioning for love with my care. Yeah, thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. But was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Yeah, still a hero, just smart and inspired. Hard on the field, but my boundaries wired. If patience is a virtue, I invested my way. Coach learned a lesson, now I'm winning the game. Let go, let go. Everybody overgiving, overtrusting, overwaiting. Wait, bro, you just overdue for a boundary. Yeah. Woke up late, hair wild, still a mess though. Mirror looking back like, bro, what's the dress code? Life hitting fast like a right to the temple. But I'm still standing, guess I'm kinda essential. Yeah, I've been down, had doubts in a bundle. Brain doing flips like a damn Royal Rumble. Overthinking every text I ain't sent yet. But I ain't losing, I just ain't win yet. And I've been stressing about the timeline, like I'm late but I'm right on time. Had to learn how to trust my grind, even when it's all uphill climb. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. Yeah, I used to chase validation heavy, now I'm chasing dreams. Got my foot on the Chevy, people didn't see me, now they acting friendly. Funny how the glow make them all forget me. I was sitting low, now I'm building leverage, turning all the pain into something legendary. Used to need a yes, now I'm cool with a maybe. Cause the path I'm on gonna pay me daily. Yeah, I fell off, got back up twice. Took a few L's, but I learned the price. Now I'm moving smart, I don't roll no dice. I just bet on me and I roll that life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, yeah, it's my life. Hold up, wait, let me talk my talk. Had to learn how to move, had to learn how to walk. Had to cut some ties, had to tighten my circle. Now I'm locked in mode, tunnel vision, no hurdles. Yeah, I used to trip on the past like daily. Now I'm locked on the future, moving wavy. If you doubt me now, better save that energy. Cause I'm coming back with a whole new legacy. It's my time, it's my life. I know AM glow, city still sleeping, mind already running. I'm 10 moves deep in, game plan mapped out, vision HD. No brain fog here, that's not me. Steam rising slow from the cup in my hand. Ideas light up like I drew up the plan. Every rep counts, every thought sharp. Fuel for the grind and the creative spark. This ain't just caffeine in a cup, there's that clarity when it's crunch time. What's up? When the pressure hits, I don't panic, I see the whole board clear in front of me. Go, go, go! Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready, mind steady, vision heavy. Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, fueling me when the stakes get high and the lights get bright. I'm sharp all day, I'm locked all night. Podcast mic on, headphones tight. Big ideas coming left and right. No hesitation, no delay. Clear decisions every day. From the chessboard moves to the business plays. From the gym floor grind to the long work days. It's mental edge in every sip. Confidence steady, no slip. You can feel a shift when it kicks in clean. Tunnel vision, but the picture's seen. Not hype, just clarity. Built for longevity. Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready, mind steady, vision heavy. Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, fueling me. Sharp thoughts, long game, no fog in sight. Proof for the win every night. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. I was walking through the jungle with my people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, coach, hold tight. But the fear in Queen Jeezy had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand upright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. In the hospital bed, trying to piece back time. Maya told me, breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while the monitors chime. Said your brain hit a wall, but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories, keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks, but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just a setup for a stronger rise. When Queen JC cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You
He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished
You
it.
looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams prove comebacks are real. Thank you, coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. They reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
You know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, Coach. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up.
Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence, and we finished the fight. Thank you, coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night, all day.
What have been your thoughts on Fight Plan Pro so far?
It's extremely helpful to kind of get that simulation.
So like being able to log that stuff, because there's not really any apps that you can do that.
It actually looks pretty cool. It seems like a really good resource.
So it's designed to be an all-in-one resource to help you make your life easy.
I really like that.
I think it'll make a good difference for me.
It is next level, man.
Man, I'm telling you right now, train by day, Fight Plan Pro by night, all day, baby. That app got me locked in. Recovery, mindset, discipline, tracking everything, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin just for putting in the work.
Every day I put in the work. It ain't for likes, it's for legacy. Fight Plan Pro keeps me locked in. I train, I track, I recover, I grow, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin for staying disciplined.